Well, hello, old friends, and welcome back to the channel. Great news! It's Babylon 5 time, and today we'll be watching Babylon 5 Season 5, Episode 10, A Tragedy of Telepaths. Now, I wonder if they're using tragedy in the same way that you use a murder of crows. I guess we'll have to see. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for Babylon 5 or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear, dear friends, all that is then and this is now and what is now? Now it's time for A Tragedy of Telepaths, the 10th episode of the 5th and final season of Babylon 5. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go!
Personal log, June 16th, 2262.
Lockley.
My first CO once told me, when someone asks you why you took on a job, the worst answer you can give is, because a friend asked me to. After I denied permission to the telepaths who came here asking to form a colony, President Sheridan overrode my decision. Now they've walled themselves up in Brown Sector.
Great.
They're dug in so deep it'll take forever to get them out again.
Gas them. I hate to say it. They have to be getting air somehow.
I hear they may go on a hunger strike until they receive the homeworld they've demanded in return for not revealing everyone's secrets. It'd be nice if Sheridan could get into this, but he's up to his ears dealing with ambassadors who are getting bushwhacked by unknown parties that have been turning their shipping lanes into killing zones and have started blaming each other.
Yep, that Londo was told not to ask about.
They think all the teeps are holed up in Brown Sector, and because they figure we'll kill the telepaths when we go in to dig them out. And who knows? Before this is all over, they may be right. What they don't know, because I haven't told them yet, is that we think some of the telepaths got out before they closed off Brown 12. Londo and Jakar are still on Centauri Prime, preparing for Londo's eventual rise to Emperor.
I thought he was trying to get out of there.
I wonder if he could use a good starship captain right about now. And why am I here? Because, though we've been separated by a lot of years and a lot of life,
A friend asked me.
Sheridan's still a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked for my help.
Ah.
Then again, maybe I'm just cranky. Because I don't think anyone's gonna like my solution.
Doesn't matter, you're in charge.
I don't think we're gonna get out of this without a lot of dead people on the deck.
I think you're right. I think you're really right.
I need a secure gold channel to EarthCom. Access Earth Dome District Psy-Corps headquarters.
Message destination?
Bester.
Tell him Captain Elizabeth Lockley called. And, tell him we need his help.
I don't know how much time has passed, but you're supposed to have those guys, those telepaths, ready for him to pick up in, what, 60 days? And that was a couple episodes ago. We're in the intro right now. My whole thing has been the telepaths have to be able to breathe, and they can have, like, welded themselves physically into these areas, but they can't have turned off ventilation. They'd be dead, you know, or heat or the actual, like, you know, life support. I hate to say, you flood it with some type of knockout gas. I mean, Doc Franklin could help you out with something that wouldn't hurt them, or just pump it in there, put everybody to sleep, you dig in, you get them out, and that's that. I don't understand, too, the motivations of a hunger strike. With Byron, he makes these leaps that absolutely don't logically fall for somebody else. Like he was saying, okay, everybody, we'll go in here and we'll stop eating, and the other non-aligned worlds will see that and be like, oh my gosh, we have to help them. Are you kidding? If you guys go in there and starve yourselves to death, they think, okay, our secrets aren't going to get out. I don't know. Whatever. What do you all think? I mean, it just seems like a very ill thought out plan. Did that say Natoth?
They've got patrols all over the place. I guess they're sensing where we are, and as soon as they figure it out, they rush in steel plating and weld it to the other side.
Yeah, but that takes time. More time than it should take to burn through a single door.
Yes, it does.
So what's taking you so long to burn through?
Well, they've got other ways to slow us down.
So they think they're welding.
There's a bomb. There's a bomb on the other side of the door.
What? How do you know?
There's a bomb on the other side of that door. I know it, Chief. I'm telling you.
All right. All right.
Good acting by that guy.
Takes about a half an hour to get somebody down here. Each one burns through a little bit, then flips out. Then we gotta wait around till we bring somebody else in. And we either gotta start the whole damn thing all over again or move on and hope we get through someplace else before they find us.
But a single telepath would have to be on a direct sight line to do that.
That's right.
Who can
so
see?
There has to be a whole lot of them. Just on the other side of this.
That is kind of cool. That is kind of cool.
Well, nothing's safe.
Meaning?
The outside in.
Even if they could handle the weight, only one person can crawl through at a time, especially at the end. And then they're fully vulnerable and exposed.
Find me one.
Captain,
I'm going in.
I object.
Objection noted, Mr. Allen. Find me a way in, and I will find my own way back out.
Okay. Or they have a hell of a bargaining chip.
Was she there this time?
She was.
Did she get the message?
I don't know. It was all we could do just to send it. There's so much metal in the way.
Lockley is not the one you want to be talking with, though.
When we are at peace, we cut production on ships and weapons 25%.
So the war machine's still firing, huh?
Our production of war material has increased 15%. Why?
Well, with everyone now on the same side, perhaps you're planning to invade yourselves for a change. I find the idea curiously appealing. Would you like some spoo? It's fresh.
Get that away from me. To eat fresh spoo is to insult the Centauri. I don't even know where you got it.
I saw it on a tray heading into the south end of the palace. I assume no one would mind if I took it.
That's right. Only Narns can stomach it fresh.
Well, if that's true and I'm the only Narn in the palace, then where was it going?
Where was it going?
What's in the south end of the palace?
Londo wouldn't know.
The old living quarters, mostly shut down now, have been for years, and the underground cells.
Oh my God.
Take me there.
It's late.
Now.
Oh my God. Natoth was a guest star. And they said they had her
No.
all that time ago. Oh my God.
Natoth.
Oh no. I thought she died. Oh my God.
Did they get you as well?
Kid. No. No, the war is over.
Why were they keeping her locked up?
Did we win?
Narn is free, Natoth. We stand now as one among equals.
Jesus, man.
We all thought you died on the first wave of attacks on Narn.
Yeah.
Until a second star appeared in the morning sky. And then the sky exploded. 5 million Narn killed in the first few minutes of the attack. There are no words, Jacob. It was as if the universe itself had turned against us and said, die. Die.
Christ, Londo was in orbit. Yeah, he saw it. He saw it all.
They wanted us as trophies of their victory, as slave labor, and as entertainment.
My God.
Over 2 years ago,
Jesus.
you spoke to her. What is she still doing here?
I have
He has
no idea.
Yeah, he doesn't know. They forgot about her.
She was probably just forgotten.
Forgotten.
Yeah, man, it's terrible.
And then simply forgot that she was here?
I didn't do anything, Jakar. I didn't know she was here. I would have been back on Babylon 5 when she was brought here.
Then why is she still here?
They never told him.
When I was still new to the royal palace, I looked out the window and saw a guard standing in the middle of a courtyard. Nothing to protect, nothing to guard, no doors. I couldn't figure out what he was guarding. No one knew, not even the emperor, that 200 years before, as winter came to an end, the emperor's daughter saw the first flower growing up to the snow. To keep anyone from walking on it, she assigned a guard to stand watch over it every day. Every day for 200 years. a god would stand in that place.
Jesus.
It was a mistake.
And now we are going to correct this mistake.
Oh, hell yeah.
Order her release at once.
No, I can't do that.
Don't you tell me.
Why?
The Prime Minister cannot issue an order countermanding the word of the Emperor. That would be treason, punishable by death. Only the Regent can do that. And I don't think that we can count on his support. Later, when I become Emperor...
Too long.
Oh my God, dude, we can't leave her here.
One way or another, we will leave here with Natoth. Oh, by Shakuan, I swear. I'll see this palace in flames, and I'll see you burn with it.
Wow.
Pretty tight in there. So if it is closed up, you won't be able to turn around. You'll have to crawl out backwards the whole way.
Give me 1 hour. If I'm not back by then, go ahead and seal up this side of it and keep trying to cut through someplace else.
I think you better.
There's a hell of a lot more of them than me, Zach. If they mean to hurt me, that's not gonna help.
All right.
See you on the flip side.
She stole my line. Oh, you could definitely turn around. Come on now. Let's not get crazy.
She went where? She was crazy when I knew her almost 20 years ago. She's just as crazy now.
You hired her.
Don't remind me.
Now, sooner or later, they're going to have to surrender or starve, and we can get at them then. So as far as I'm concerned, they're not an issue. It's the ones who got out that I'm worried about.
You think they might resort to sabotage?
Possibility.
It could be part of a plan, though, to sabotage, blackmail with the secrets.
Drazi Security Patrol found this at the site of the most recent attack on the Drazi shipping lines. This is Brikiri metal. It looks like it was blown off during the fight.
Nah, it's planted.
Better lay on extra security. I have a hunch there's going to be trouble once this gets out.
I don't doubt it.
But lately, feels like it's all falling apart. Everything is fraying at the edges. I mean, instead of everybody trying to hold things together, I feel like they're all grabbing at threads and pulling in 100 different directions.
You really want an answer to that?
No.
Why is it that we always break up our history by the wars, not the years of peace? Because it's exciting. And because on some level, people like to see something big fall apart and explode from the inside out. And right now, John, we're that something.
Great. I don't disagree with you, though. She's gonna like drop down and be surrounded by him.
Take me to him.
Somebody hum or something. It's too quiet around here.
I don't know how much you've been following the news topside.
We hear very little.
Well, you've walked into the middle of a firestorm. Somebody's been attacking the shipping lines of many of the Alliance worlds, and they're looking for someone to lash out at. When you threaten to reveal their secrets, you got the full benefit of their paranoia. Any chance you might have had to get a homeworld for your people, it's pretty much shot to hell.
With respect, Captain, that's not your decision to make.
I'm telling you the truth.
If we have to come in after you, someone's gonna get hurt or killed. I'd rather avoid that if I can.
So would I. But we're not leaving.
Okay.
We were created to serve normals. Now that the Shadow War is over, we deserve compensation. A home.
Send the bill to the Vorlon.
Anyone who wants to come with me can do so.
Are you willing to watch all of your other people die? Lita?
There's nothing you can say that will make them leave, Captain.
Okay.
While you have not gone out of your way to be kind to us, you have been fair. And that requires comment. Especially since I have the feeling that this is the last time we will see one another.
That was utterly meaningless. Oh, boy.
Did you get through to Nan?
Yes, they can have a ship standing by to intercept us midway to Babylon 5.
Yes, well, the hard part is still getting Natoth out of the palace and onto our ship first. And we have to do it without killing a guard, without raising any alarms, and without anyone noticing that she is gone. For my next trick, I shall fly around the room under my own power.
For my next trick.
I think you may be just what I am looking for. Would you mind taking off your clothes?
Oh, Larry.
not necessarily at this moment, and certainly not in front of the,
Okay.
Oh, it's animal magnetism. What can I say?
borrow your clothes for a while.
Ah, of course. Emperor Cartagia also played this game with me. But I'm not your size, Prime Minister.
Oh, I'll make do.
Oh my God, Londo's the best.
This piece of debris was found at the site of one of the most recent attacks against our ships.
It's obviously a plant, dude.
And found it to be of Brakiri origin.
What? This is an outrage. That is a lie.
Oh, the Brakiri are pack rats. Everybody knows that. You invent nothing. You only take from others. Today, we have dispatched warships to the border of Brakiri space.
Great. That's exactly what they want.
Then you declare war on us.
We are defending ourselves.
Before you answered that, Ambassador, I believe the game ambassador also wanted to speak.
We too have found debris from an attacking ship in the ruins of one of our vessels. We too have analyzed it.
It's Drazi.
This is a trick.
That's exactly what I think it is, a trick.
Not by anybody here, though.
Someone is hitting your people and leaving material they hope will implicate the rest of you. I had Mr. Garibaldi do a complete examination of those two pieces. They weren't blown off a ship. They were cut off. The edges are too smooth. They planted them where they knew you would find them.
Yep.
But I do know that blaming each other right now is the worst thing that we could do.
Because it's exactly what they want.
We ask you to give us just a little more time. We are gathering as much information as we can, as fast as we can. But it still takes time.
Any ship that crosses Drazi's...
Any. I love the Drazi. What's with the glare, dude? We just figured this out.
Are there any other occupied cells in this wing?
No, Excellency. This is the only one.
Good. You retire from this cell. Never come back. And never allow anyone else to come back.
What about her food and water?
She will not need either. Do I make myself clear? Then wait 3 days. Wall up the hallway, so no one will find what is left of her. And will you follow my plan precisely, without variation?
Yes, Excellency.
Good.
You're going to kill me, Milan.
No.
Or I will kill you at the very first opportunity.
Yes, I suspect you have to get in line for that honor. Are you seen?
I don't think so.
Help me. We don't have much time.
Can she even stand? I mean, she could stand before, but could she move?
I told you they were trouble. You wouldn't listen. But that's all right. I'm used to it. I'm here now. It's all going to be just fine.
I'm sure. It sounds like it's going to be fine.
Well?
It will have to do.
Do we have like a veil or something?
She can walk to the other side of the planet if need be.
Just the landing bay will be fine.
There we go. There we go.
How do we avoid being noticed?
We don't. We do everything we can to be noticed, and thus become invisible.
I don't understand.
The royal court has been trained not to see what is inappropriate. Now, we must hurry. Here, this will help. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Neither can I.
Making it look like a tryst. Yeah.
Oh, the things I will show you! The things we will do with one another! The world is ours! Oh, yes! Yes, my dear! Yes. And when we are alone, oh no, don't turn away from me! It will be wonderful! A paradise of passion! Just the two of us! Oh, great maker, I will be glad to be back on Babylon 5. Yes, day will turn into night, and night will turn into day, and still our thirst for passion will not be quenched.
Amazing. Oh my God, he's so... Oh.
Thomas, he's here.
Who?
Bester. And we can't be captured by Psychor. I won't go back there. I'd die first.
There is another alternative.
Oh boy.
I know where there are weapons. Come on.
Oh boy. Free Byron.
There's no bomb. Now.
Get to work.
I'll go with you.
Bester is such a great character. I mean, one of my favorites. Just incredible.
I'm blocking them. You can go back to work.
All of them. Okay, so here's a question I've wanted to ask for a bit. The P designations like P5, P10, P12, P15. Something tells me it's not like a 1-for-1 increase, but it's an exponential increase. Like there's way more difference between a P1 and a P2 than 1 degree.
Combination. What is the combination?
No.
42.
No.
1937.
You're going to get all your people killed. You're going to get them all killed, bud.
If you can get them out safely, they're yours.
I'll do whatever I can not to hurt them. You forget, we're more the same than we're different. We're all telepaths, and we're all in this together.
Down! Watch it!
Oh, was that our welder guy? Were you son? I think of Mac and Bo. This guy just got mowed down because he was doing his job.
Still breathing. Medlab? Medlab, this is security. I need a Tramatine and Brown 9 ASAP.
This one's dead.
Bester, were you hit?
So's he.
Bester?
He was hit.
A little depressed about the inflation rate. And hemlines are going down again, but otherwise...
Shut up! What the hell is wrong with you? We got 2 people dead here.
They're not my people. My people are in there. And several others just tried to kill me. But then, what family doesn't have its difficulties?
Wow. In many, many ways, Bester is a patriot. I mean, certainly not for Earth, but for the nation of the telepaths.
They're killing in my name. I have to stop it.
There's nothing you can do.
Yes. Yes, there is.
You can come out of this room, dude. Oh, my Lord. I can see why everybody's irritated with Byron. I was on his side. I was totally with him until at the end of the episode they found out about Lita's Vorlon experimentation.
Do you recognize those, Ambassador?
Yes, those are the ships we dispatched to our border to watch the Brakiri.
And to attack if your shipping lines are victimized again.
Those are our ships, Ambassador. Our ships watching your ships, watching their ships. If you attack them, our ships will attack you.
On what grounds? This is a violation of our sovereign rights.
No, it's not. Read the Constitution. The moment you joined the Alliance, you agreed that the Alliance had jurisdiction over disputes between members. There's a lot of speculation, but there is no direct evidence that anyone in the Alliance is responsible for these attacks.
And once the truth is known, we will support any action you choose to take as part of an overall response by the Alliance.
Move on your own, and you are alone.
Okay. All right.
We will wait for a little while, but we will not forget this. You have threatened to use force against us when all we wanted was to protect ourselves.
Well, that's what we're doing too, bud.
Begins with a single mistake. This was yours.
Okay. Everybody, the Drazi stand alone. But as soon as you do that, the alliance is over. I understand, but...
But it will take her spirit longer to heal than her body. I have endured your cells.
Yeah.
It will be a long and difficult climb back into the light.
Jesus, he was there at the same time. They were both...
I will tell you a true thing, Jakan. Getting her out of there, the danger, I found it...
thrilling.
Most exhilarating. I also have worked up quite an appetite. I think I shall go get something to eat. And you?
Not hungry.
Oh, the reflection, you can see the jump gate opening. I never like when they show us this.
I'm glad you could make it. Now let's get to work.
Oh, okay, there's the bloodhounds coming in.
Personal log, June 18th, 2262. I don't think I've had a good night's sleep since I got here. Tonight's no exception.
Hour of the wolf.
Tomorrow the storm comes. Tomorrow the killing begins. God help me, I can't think of any way to stop it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? They will not agree, and then we're stuck. I mean, that's just how that's going to go. All right, everybody, we just finished watching Babylon 5, Season 5, Episode 10, A Tragedy of Telepaths. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished A Tragedy of Telepaths, the 10th episode of the 5th and final season of Babylon 5. I know I was quieter in this one because I was trying not to just sit there and rage for rage's sake, but boy, oh boy, this is really irritating to me, and I'm going to tell you why. I think, again, I know that not to yuck anybody's yum or anything like that, I know and I've heard in several non-spoilery comments that the telepath kind of storyline is not a favored one inside the mighty legacy of Babylon 5. The telepath storyline's not great. I was down with it, 100% down with it. I told you all that I thought that it was interesting, was compelling, definitely sympathetic for the telepaths. There is a logic leap that I just simply cannot get over, that you would say, oh, we found out that the Vorlons did this, however you define it, horrific shit, genetic manipulation. They made us what we are. You know, they are the Victor Frankenstein to our monsters, however you want to play that. Okay, there's absolutely no way to refute that. There's no way to argue that. The Vorlon did it. They absolutely did it. They're gone. The shadows are gone. There's nobody to get vengeance from. You know, there's nobody to seek revenge against. None of this works. I don't understand how you can take the Vorlon and then jump to everybody else. The argument being, oh, okay, well, you know, we were made, and he literally just said this in this episode. Byron said, oh, well, we were made by the Vorlon and then exploited by the other races, and we deserve this. You do not. I hate to say it. Do I think that the telepaths should have a safe place to run to? Absolutely. You cannot hold the entire galaxy hostage and say, we're going to tell your secrets unless you give us a planet. Okay? All right. You come to the table with this type of proposition and you come armed with solutions. It's diplomacy. It's politics. The first thing they should have tried, and they should have gone straight to Sheridan with this one, or DeLynn, or somebody with a rational head on their shoulders and said, we would like to petition for junior membership, whatever would happen to be, you know, temporary membership inside the Alliance. As a culture of telepaths, we are a nation unto ourselves. We are seeking inclusion and asylum, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're looking for. Then once you have any time, and if they say no, you know, we're not going to do that, you again launch into another way to do this. You petition a particular side. You petition the Minbari. You petition the Narn, the Centauri, somebody that will act as advocate for you. Once you have a voice, whether it's your own or an advocate's voice at the table for you, then you start to petition using solutions. Hey, everybody, the Marcab homeworld, it's just sitting there. Again, we know what we'll do is we will provide telepathic abilities for the Alliance, and we will also get Marcab, and I'm assuming, you know, any type of commerce or whatever type of resources maybe they are rich in that the universe is now, you know, lacking because there aren't any of them left anymore. We can help to supplement. Again, I'm getting way off into the weeds, but my point is, if you want this type of stuff to happen, you can get it to happen. You can't cast blame to a third party. It's even taking humanity, who honestly is probably the worst offenders out there against the telepaths. We're not really sure what happened with the Narn telepaths, but as of right now, present day, the human community and everything culture really is bad against the telepaths. Minbari telepaths are celebrated. On Earth, you are either incarcerated, drugged, or turned into Psychor, right? There's your only three choices. Okay. I mean, those aren't really choices at all then. And It's just really annoying. I just don't understand, again, how everybody went along with this. And they created the character of Byron you can point a finger at Byron and be like, it's your fault. And honestly, he was written to be his fault because he made several incredibly poor decisions. My argument with all of this is this: Byron was not established as a character that, again, was so short-sighted, a character that didn't possess the type of intelligence that he has, or tactical or diplomatic or rational mind, maybe is the best way to say it. I can't see the character that we met in Byron now making this decision where it's like, okay, we're going to hold ourselves up and blah, blah, blah. I mean, have people made terrible decisions before like this? Absolutely. I'm thinking of what was the Branch Davidians, they had the compound in Waco. I mean, very similar, right? And I'm not saying that I don't think that there's the same type of comparison between the groups other than the current standoff that we have. I think that I don't think this is going to go well at all. I think that we're going to have a lot of death on both sides of this. Like when Lockley went to bed, I don't know how to stop the killing. I don't know how to stop it. I don't either. I mean, as crazy as this sounds, if I was in Lockley's position right now, if I had the ability to call the shots like Lockley does, or Sheridan in this, I think it's more Lockley now because this is definitely a jurisdiction. Sheridan's written them off already. Sheridan pulled the pin on the grenade, threw it in the room, and closed the door and said, "I take back my protection." Okay. We'll handle the live grenade in the room then. So it's up to Lockley. And the only thing that I can think of is you're going to have to take Bester. This is just to save lives. This is not for the freedom of the telepaths that are in Brown Sector. I'm saying that you go to Bester and you say, how do we do this without killing these people? This is not, I know that you don't want to kill your people. And you should know if you can communicate with Byron, hey, read my thoughts, man. I don't want you guys to die. You are going to die if we have to do this rough. That's the only thing I can think of. But Bester is so vilified by the telepaths, I'm not sure they even listen to him in any capacity. Oh my gosh. Seeing Natoth again was awesome. And I think that was the original actress, the one that you all told me just really couldn't handle the makeup. It's an interesting way to tie off that storyline. But I mean, I was with G'Kar and Londo. I thought for sure she was dead. In fact, they were using part of like the whole getting G'Kar down underneath there where we killed, what's his name, whenever he was running and the gospel music was playing. Oh my God, it was so good. The lore there was that Natoth was under the old Narn Capitol building in the prison cells there. And that was the last we heard about her. So I assumed that she had died in that original attack, that we hadn't even heard from her, blah, blah, blah. And here she was secreted away to Centauri Prime, rotting away in a cell for at least 2 years. Jesus God Almighty. God knows what she went through too. I mean, we saw what the Emperor did with G'Kar. I don't think he paid as much attention to her, but at the same time, you are in isolation for 2 years, surrounded by enemies. God knows, whatever. I mean, I think we can all definitely agree that it was a horrific situation. I love seeing Londo and G'Kar work together. I think it always works so well. I think, honestly, for the first time when G'Kar was threatening Londo, and Londo was like, I don't know what was going on. I have no idea. When G'Kar was so upset about Natoth and he was screaming in Londo's face, for the first time, I didn't believe it. I believed that he was capable of violence. I believed that he would have cut through any other Centauri to get Natoth out of there. I don't think he would have cut through Londo. I could be completely wrong. I didn't, for the first time, and G'Kar is so good. Any nuance or change I take note of, he was pissed. He was so mad. But I don't think he was mad enough. I don't think that he could have killed that Centauri right in front of him in Londo. I just don't think he could have done it. And I for the first time, even in the face of that type of G'Kar aggression against the Centauri or the Centauri people, I didn't buy it for Londo. It could be just it could be wish fulfillment in my side of wanting them to kind of get closer together. But again, I think it was. I think that was JMS's expert way of letting us know that there has been a fundamental shift in their relationship. And this was the first time it was put to the test, and it survived. This show is fantastic. It is a fabulous representation of how good storytelling is made great. And while I'm not a huge fan of the telepath storyline, it is an interesting conundrum to be faced with. It's something to think about. I mean, again, anything JMS puts on paper for Babylon 5 is something that you're going to think about, even if you don't like it, you know? And again, I'm with a lot of you. I'm not a huge fan of this telepath storyline as it's devolved to where it is right now. But will I keep thinking about it? Yeah, because it's kind of a car wreck right now. And I think it's by design. I think A Tragedy of Telepaths, the name of this episode, is basically the, hey, we're entering a skid we're not going to recover from, and a crash is coming. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for Babylon 5 or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now unfortunately, it's time for us to say goodbye from this, the 10th episode of the 5th and final season of Babylon 5, A Tragedy of Telepaths. But where should we say goodbye from? Because as always, we are the Greek chorus. We take up the mantle that JMS has had all of these decades, and so many of you have had all these decades, where we continue to try and expand the audience of Babylon 5. We go out, we find people that haven't seen it before, and we ask them the question, would you like to hear the greatest story ever told? And thus, we continue to expand the audience. It is a great service, my friends, a dutiful one at that. And as our reward, we get to jump back into the episode to a scene of our choosing. What I thought we would do here, friends, is because I love watching the team cook. I love watching them work. And you and I know what's going on. We see through the drunk act of Londo Mollari as he's wandering the halls of the palace, making a spectacle of himself deliberately. But we sit back. We can watch Londo and the Toth and Jakar and watch a team working, a team that we now know, or at least we think, is truly a team. No longer are they Centauri and Narn, but dare I say, friends. Until such time as we can watch another one of these amazing episodes, goodbye, old friends, and I'll see you.